Hi there, beautiful souls. So I thought I'd share a few words on awakening with dogs. Some people may not actually know what awakening is, what it's all about. And the reason why I feel that dogs have such a strong ability to assist humans with this is because most people will go to somebody if the dog is playing up or got some sort of, concern of the way they're behaving, and they may say, oh, I've tried this and I've tried that. And when they've tried so many different things, they tend to go to somebody who's a little bit different. And in going to somebody a little bit different, they find out that it's not about the dog. Now, it's never about the dog. It's always about the person. It's always about the vibration and the match of the person and the dog. You get the dog you're supposed to have. Stop. Good boy. And for a lot of people, they find that very hard to comprehend, because so many dogs put themselves in such terrible positions in this lifetime. But actually, you've got to remember that dogs came into this lifetime at a very much higher vibration than the people that they were around. So they've come in to help people to learn lessons and to help people to wake up. Those situations are very extreme, and this is why dogs are light workers. They're incredibly powerful beings. Without dogs on this planet would have been a lot heavier and take a lot longer for humans to actually to raise their consciousness. So we have a lot to thank dogs for. There's no scientific proof for this. I'm not a scientist, and I very much doubt anybody would do scientific studies on this, because I dare say there's not a lot of money to be had in it, because there's no pharmaceuticals and things like that to pay the studies. So, science, when people go on about science, you've got to bear in mind who's paying for the studies. And yes, of course, we all want science, but, just think about it. So I don't have scientific backup on this. What I have is discussions with my source, and each of you can go into your heart centers and see if this resonates with you. I know, little bird. And the bird says to me, we're also doing a good job raising the frequency. And yes, you are, absolutely, but also is very concerned about being near a nest. I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was a nest nearby. I will move. I respect and honor you, and I will remove myself quickly, because I understand what you're saying. So this is another part that I want to mention. Awakening with dogs, having a level of understanding of animal communication is an important part for every human being on this planet. We're moving towards a time when we'll be communicating telepathically once again. But in the meantime, if you haven't already tapped into speaking with animals, with plants, with trees, I highly recommend you do so, because you're missing out otherwise. Lanto, I think we just need to put you on the lead here. Lanto, stop please. I've just got to put my little doggy on his lead. He's actually incredibly good. He just... Stop. Oh, thank you. That's very good. You should always be polite with animals. People just sometimes don't realise that, all it takes is politeness, intention, kindness, and then you don't even have to do anything. And that's how it should be. We shouldn't have to push and force and stress ourselves to get things done. So anyway, dogs help people to awaken, because when people can't get the results they want from going to traditional dog trainers, they come to people like me. And I do things a little differently, because I also help the person to see themselves by the questions that I ask them, which is obviously a coaching technique. I have created my own coaching model years ago about the core values that a person needs to consider in order to live a happy, flourishing life. And your dog will also be needing some of those, most of those, not all of them. And your dog is basically just wanting you to awaken, taking care of yourself, to look after your body, because it's housing your soul right now. Make sure that you're eating correctly, make sure you're exercising, make sure you're doing the things that you need to do for your sole purpose, because you came into this life with a purpose, with a mission, and your dog is helping you to wake up to do that, because your dog came to assist you with that mission. And your dog might have been coming with you back and forth to Earth Plane for thousands and thousands of years. So never underestimate the power of a good dog. And if a dog is acting up, it doesn't mean the dog needs to be put down or that the dog needs to be rehomed. It means you need to wake up and listen to what the dog is trying to tell you, so you can work on your stuff together and you can transcend your lower limitations and move through it, and you can create a much happier, more joyful way of being. So I hope that this has been a helpful small video. I don't want to make it too long, and I will obviously always be making more videos and writing more on this, because it's really an important thing that dogs are trying to do. Dogs are really, people underestimate them. They're light workers. They are really powerful beings, and they might not be able to consciously intend like we can, but they have come in to this planet with a mission, and that is to raise the frequency. Okay, thank you very much. Peace.